morning, everyone. My name is Michelle Healy, and I'm the Facility Director and Facility Development and Planning Director for Santa Clara Unified School District. Welcome to the Buchser Middle School Community Meeting for the Facility Master Plan. First, I want to extend my thanks for each of you for attending tonight and giving us feedback on this master plan. In the next few moments, we will explore the purpose and significance of this master plan and review the facility conditions assessment and present the proposed unfunded master plan that will be phased. The facility conditions assessment was completed last year and identified several specific maintenance needs of the school in the next 20 years. The district completed this analysis on every district property and presented the findings to the Board of Trustees in September 2023. The facilities assessment found that the site is in good condition, and we are dedicated to removing the few portables on site and improving the outdoor athletic facilities in the future. The facilities master plan is not just a blueprint for construction. It's a vision for the future that will shape the educational experiences for generations to come. The district is master planning every school site in the district, and all of the phases are unfunded. Future funding may include statutory fees from developers or for residential or commercial development and buildings, community donations for capital improvements, grants and reimbursements from the state for this construction of Agnew, Huerta, and McDonald schools. We firmly believe in the success of this plan and that it depends on your perspectives, visions, and concerns for the campus. It is a collective endeavor that thrives on collaboration, and we are eager to hear your thoughts and ideas. We encourage you to be active participants, asking questions, and sharing your thoughts and visions. This will help us prioritize improvements to make Buchser an even better place for our students to learn and grow. With me tonight is Vicki Luong from HY Architects and Melissa Kirsch and Iris Salazar from the Facility Development and Planning Department. Vicki will be presenting through the rest of the presentation. Please feel free to unmute and ask any questions throughout the presentation or type any questions into the chat. Now I'll turn it over to Vicki.
Thank you, Michelle. So the master plan process is usually done in about 4 steps. The first one is discovery, to review the goals and guiding principles from each of the schools. This is done after the facility assessment. So technically, first step is to get the facility assessments. And from here, we get goals and guiding principles. Taking that information from goals and guiding principles and the facility assessments of what kind of facilities you have, we will come back with master plan options. And then we usually come back with 2. In this case, we came back with 3 options. Yes, 3 options. And then we'll pick and choose or fine tune the whole idea of which one, hone in on a single master plan. And then we'll refine it and come back to the final master plan step where we present the final master plan, including phasing. So in our first meeting back in April 23, we had a first meeting with a small group of staff to ask them about what they like about their school and what can be improved, including any issues with programming. So one of the big issues was the admin building in the center of campus. They would like it to be moved closer to where the library is, where parking is, and the street. We also had another meeting with during a staff meeting where everybody wrote down on Post-it notes what they thought could be improved and what they liked about the school. We typed up the list and tallied a lot of the options that were there or things that we thought could be improved. And the top one was definitely outdoor seating with more shade areas for student use. The program needs identified by the school and district were the overall, it was a bigger admin adjacent to parking and street. And there was also a need for additional student support spaces, modernize existing buildings and outdoor spaces, campus safety, and to replace the portables. There's also a need to improve stadium and field and improve the field house. So last January, we went to the school and we presented 3 options. We also sent a form out to the principal, who sent out a Google form to be filled out about what the staff thought about what could be improved. And the majority of the information, that feedback that we got from the staff, and was they liked option 2. So going with that, this is the master plan that we have here. The first one is removing the portables that we have next to the main gym, next to the parking lot, and replacing with a new welcome center / administration building. The old admin building can now become student services, so we don't have to rebuild that building. And to replace some of the portables, one of them, which is all gender changing, we're going to turn the existing PE classroom into all gender changing. And we would also build a new PE classroom right next to the admin, which is easily accessible to both the gym and the fields. And we would also modernize the fields. So my phone, actually, I feel like I'm going too fast. Do I have any questions? No. Okay. So modernization scope. It'll include outdoor seating, water fountains, maker space, bathrooms. And so I'm going to go through a couple more slides that'll go into a little bit more detail. Building B modernization, there's staff rooms for every grade. Makerspace, also goal to have makerspace for each grade. Breezeways to get through the building B into the rest of campus, so they don't have to go around, so they can go straight out, and additional bathrooms, and use shade structures to provide extra shading in the quad there. Building M update would also have a new makerspace and a staff room on the first floor, so it's easily accessible to everyone. Building C, D, E, and F. In the existing science classroom, there's a lecture hall that we would convert into an engineering lab. The quad created by these 4 buildings would turn into outdoor seating and garden. One of the programs that are in the portables right now is a county special education, and we would move it into the building on the right there, up against the street, so it's easy access with bus drop-off along the street there. Oops, sorry. And that is the last of what I have for modernization. Do I have any questions? No. Okay. So if that is the case, our next steps are to meet with the school again to refine this master plan option, see if we have any more feedback from them. We would also present to the Board of Trustees. And if anybody has any questions, please go to the Facility Development and Master Planning website and take a look at the master plan there. You can also use the QR code to scan to bring you directly to the website. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I do want to make one correction. We are not meeting with the school site again. This is the final presentation, and it will be posted on the Buchser Master Plan website. So if there's any other comments, please feel free to comment there, and then we can.
Oops.
And
Sorry.
then we'll take those comments into consideration, and this will be presented to the school board next school year, along with all of the other schools' master plans. Are there any questions?
Yeah, hi, I'm Nicole Darabi. I'm the PTSA president. We just have a question. If you could kind of explain the timeline of like what this is going to look like.
There is no timeline. So I would say everything is dependent on funding. And there's been, for all of our schools, there's no identified funding. So one of the requirements, though, for us to go out for funding and find additional funding is to have a district-wide master plan. So we're creating this now, and then that way, when additional funding is available, we at least have a list of projects that the schools want, and then we can prioritize those projects according to the amount of funding that we have. So I would say at a minimum, it's probably 10 years potentially. So it's a very long term. So this plan usually goes from 10 to 30 years. And then when there is funding identified, we would come back to each school site, regroup, make sure that what we have in the master plan is what still addresses their highest needs. And so we would come back and kind of do another process, and we would have a finite amount of money at that point and just and reevaluate each school site at that time.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Let me just double check if there's any other questions really fast. Okay, I think that's it for everybody.
Great, thank you. Well, please pass on the information that it's on the master plan website. So if anyone else wants to add any comments, they are more than welcome to do that. And thank you everyone for logging in, and have a great end of your year.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.